the glass cannon of this game.
For
so
sure.
When you play a ditto between glass cannons,
it could definitely be very electric.
Imagine how that goes.
Yes. And we got a very interesting matchup here. Probably one of the better matchups we've seen so far. We have Dogs Johnson locking in the Pikachu and CTG locking in the Puff. We already talked about CTG earlier, so what do we need to know about Dogs?
Well, Dogs, definitely one of the fastest improving players, I'd say. Over the past few years, he's really... Yeah, Dogs really has had a pretty strong rise to prominence, primarily with his Falcon, but he does have a Pikachu for, generally for the Kirby matchup, but it looks like he's also opting for it versus Puff.
Does make sense. Falcon Puff is usually considered pretty even.
Yeah.
It's subject to some debate. I feel like some people get pretty heated about whether Falcon or Puff wins.
Right.
But
I'm of the opinion that Falcon wins, but I know...
I believe CTG thinks Puff wins. I think CTG thinks Puff wins, for example.
Yeah.
But regardless, Pikachu Puff is much more of a favorable matchup for Dogs Johnson here. This is probably like a 65-35, maybe even 7-3 matchup.
Right. That being said, though, Puff can do a lot of the same things he does to Falcon to Pikachu with just how quickly Puff is able to hit these stocks.
We were talking about with Cact earlier. Oh, and he lands on stage. We were talking about with Cact earlier, but those grabs, the punish game from Jigglypuff can be so brutal onto a Pikachu, even that's playing pretty good.
Yeah. Pikachu really just generally a good combo weight for most of the characters in this game, which is fortunate because he's so hard to edge guard. It's good that most characters are able to punish him at least fairly well.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the bad qualities. I'm saying bad in quotes here, but the bad qualities of Pikachu is that he is pretty good combo food. He's a good weight.
If you were to try to name anything bad about this character, that would be one of the things.
Yeah, I think the only other one that I hear a lot is that his tech rolls are bad.
Oh, yeah.
His tech rolls are pretty slow. They're very exploitable. Ooh, big combo there from Dogs. Doesn't quite kill, but CTG's in a bad position off stage.
That up air is just so hard for Jigglypuff to get around. Not only is Pikachu much faster in the air than Puff is, but also that move is huge and disjointed.
Pikachu's tail does not have a hurt box in this game, so it's basically a sword, and it is a very fast sword at that.
Yeah, honestly hard to even find a move in another game to compare to it. You want to talk about Marth's sword, but like even Pikachu's up air is just so fast,
For sure.
Coming out and in terms of end lag.
Yeah, but Dogs lost his first 2 stocks really fast, and now the game's really slowed down after CTG lost his second stock, bringing it back to even.
Yeah, I think he definitely saw, after those first 2 stocks went by, he made a very conscious decision to play a bit safer. And it's paying off for him. Yeah, that's going to be a very difficult edge guard for Puff to get. Puff, very vertically slow character, so if Pikachu up Bs to the top platform like he just did, it's going to be really hard for Puff to punish it effectively.
All right, now all of a sudden Dogs has taken 3 straight stocks. CTG's now is on his last stock of the game. But in an edge guard scenario to bring it here to last stock. Oh, and he has it low, but he doesn't trust himself.
The mix-up of up being straight at the opponent works out for him.
He can't find this kill here on Dogs.
No.
On
another big punish.
Still alive.
Edge guard opportunity. And really, one of the big reasons that Pikachu is so good in this matchup is not only are his punishes so incredibly strong versus Puff, but also, even if the punish doesn't kill, it sets him up in a really strong position to get the edge guard, which Puff can't really say the same thing. If Puff gets a combo and it doesn't kill, that's going to be a very difficult edge guard to get.
Well, Dogs finished that game with 4 straight stocks taken from CTG. CTG took the first 2 in like the first 30-40 seconds, and Dogs slowed it down, waited patiently, kind of took the advice from the Cact game, right, where it's just like, just don't get grabbed, right? Just avoid the grab, and was able to confidently and pick off those Jigglypuff stocks.
Yeah, we'll see how CTG tries to respond to this. What he was doing towards the end of the game wasn't working, so he really either needs to play more aggressive or less aggressive. It's
good start
kind of a binary situation there.
Pikachu up B has invincibility at the startup of it.
Yeah, I think it's about 20 frames.
It's like 23 or something like that. It's ridiculous how many. There's no hitbox on it, but it is unbelievably broken in terms of you get I think it's frame 1, right?
Yeah,
frame 1 invincibility for 23 or whatever frames is absurdly
he's not
broken.
vulnerable until he starts moving, so if you're trying to punish him out of it before he starts moving, you've got about a 1 frame window to hit him. Any longer than that and he's out of there.
I have noticed that CTG has taken this game much slower as well.
Yes.
Oh, and he goes just too low.
What we were talking about before with how kind of pathetic Puff's last 2 jumps are. They don't give him any height at all, really.
Oh, I think he wanted
probably an up tilt. Yeah, predicting Pikachu falling through the platform.
CTG with some great DI there on the forward air. CTG definitely has some of the better DI of anybody in this country, actually.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Electric moves have a multiplier on them that makes them easier to SDI as it progresses. So with CTG having such strong DI, it's able to really kind of, you get things like that where he ends up way above the Pikachu afterwards. Oh, and he catches them going off ledge.
It was a great up air to cover Pikachu holding ledge. Oh, well.
I think Dogs wanted to run off the stage, jump back up and back air, but he just missed his jump input. Oh, and CTG with the great ledge DI. And he's living.
People often like to talk about, you know, how there's no teching in this game, which makes recovery difficult, but there are some, you know, funny little tricks like that where you can bounce off the stage and actually go inward.
Oh, and another fantastic rest there. Barely kills. It's going to take a lot of time to wake up. Oh, and he gets the push off, and he's fine. CTG looking really confident in the second part of this game.
Yeah, big turnaround from the end of last game.
Oh, the big edge guard opportunity. Doesn't quite get it, but he sets it back off stage.
Pikachu dips low, but not low enough.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What a conversion there!
Yeah, really, you give Puff an inch and
wow,
he'll take a stop.
CTG had cracked a smile there after he hit that rest. He was proud of himself. Oh, and he gives a little kiss for the crowd. Wow, we have a game 3. I think this is our first game 3.
Our first game 3 and definitely the closest set of the day.
Wow. I mean,
and also probably the highest level set of the day we've seen as well.
Yes. So, Dogs Johnson in game 1 was getting drilled, made a great mid-game adjustment, ended up winning game 1. CTG had a fantastic adjustment with how he was taking it way slower for game 2, won that game. So now it's kind of a battle of who can, you know, do it again. Who can really adjust again and
who will
prove
make the final adjustment. Puff is kind of at a percent now where, well, at the percent where he'll die. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh, Pikachu Nair, so strong.
Dog's really sticking to these platforms. He does not want to get caught under CTG.
Oh, and he missed his teleport.
Yeah, tech away is going to be very difficult for Puff to cover there with how slow Puff runs. Puff has the teleport, but sometimes it's not enough to get there in time.
CTG out of jumps now. Able to get back. Refresh his jump. The Dog's looking great here.
Yeah, that down tilt just sent. Wow, that was a great recovery.
I think that 5th jump actually might have been what allowed him to grab the ledge.
It might have barely gotten him there. I think you're right. Oh, that was a great call out on that double jump. And it took the stock.
Yeah, the Nair caught the jump there. So now we're even on stocks. And it looks really bad right now for CTG, but as we talked about, it doesn't take much for Puff to get that stock. Oh, that could be it even. Oh my goodness, it was so close.
Any hit here can be the lead for Puff. And
and that kill.
As I say that, it happens.
Just like that. Dogs has got to play patient here. He can't get too invested in it.
Definitely. Sort of unfortunate reversal for Dogs. It's definitely not what he wanted. And
did you?
God.
So Dogs was on side plat there. He went in and approached, and CTG immediately converted to his stock. As soon as Dogs got off that side platform, CTG converted. He abandoned his game plan.
Dogs has to play so careful here, especially while he's at low percent. Low percent, you know, getting past this low percent out of the combo range is going to be critical for Dogs.
Wow, what a tense game 3 here.
Yeah, Dogs being very careful, using his double jumps, doesn't want to land on Puff in an unfavorable situation.
Great little back air there to beat the down air. Pikachu's back air is huge, beats out so many options.
Right, it looks like Pikachu's got some solid positional advantage right here. He's holding on to it. Puff almost steals it from him, but
Dogs is just tacking on this percent. CTG hasn't touched him in like 30 seconds to a minute at this point.
Yeah.
Smartly goes to ledge.
Although the way Pikachu's playing, he's resorting to a lot of fade back aerials, which don't really give him a punish. So he's having to win a lot of neutral interactions.
It's a big 11% though on Dogs.
Yeah. No, I think that puts him at, you know, maybe just the percent that
and
CTG's
great
wants him to be at.
stage DI to live. Oh, but he dies for it anyways. Last stock game 3 here. Ooh,
Doesn't
just
quite
avoids.
catch him. Yeah.
CTG fishing for the up air. He wants the rest.
Yep. Puff with a bit of positional advantage there, but Pikachu takes it back. Oh.
Scary stuff right now.
Yep. And now Puff taking,
that could be it.
Is that it?
Oh my
That's it.
goodness, and he does it. He pops off, hits the clutch rest off the up tilt. Wow, what a game 3.
Wow.
CTG
The whole time-
erupted off that stage.
That whole time.